this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves coming back together to help us on this journey to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of each other, and love of our soul group that are definitely coming together to help us bring us back to our one true loves and back to our twin flames. And so what I wanted to share today is more and more uncovering of amazing signs and basically messages from the universe. So I've been guided to do a divine love crystal grid which uses rose quartz. You receive a piece of rose quartz, and when you meditate with that and send love to your twin and out to raise love and light on the planet, you are literally, becoming part of this soul group that are all helping each other back to our unions, and in turn you're also raising love and light on the planet and helping to live in the love vibration. I also do divine love healing, and I connect to your energies, and when I connect to your energies I can see the messages that your souls want you to know to put you on your highest path. As well as that, I give you a 3-card angel reading and a guided mantra. So because I connect to your energies, I can see the blocks that your souls want you to know about, and also to clear them, because it's Holy Fire Reiki. Holy Fire Reiki is a really pure divine source of energy, and it is incredibly soothing and amazing. So there's a few things that I wanted to share. One is I was guided to watch this film. Now, Barbara Streisand has been coming up quite a bit recently, and this film has been coming up in people's healings. It's been referred to in people's healings, and also I saw when I went home to my mum's, there was a magazine and she was saying about love is better the second time around. And so today I was just guided to watch it. Now in this film, I kid you not, I was blown away again by how many things all refer to healings that I've done for people. So I'm just going to go through them because I've written them all down as per usual. Sorry, the lighting's not very good in here. But the first thing is, it's based in Central Park in New York. They have a rowing boat race at the beginning, and I've seen that in people's healings. They also do a running race, and I've seen that. They place a fish and a fishing rod on a statue. Statues have been a big theme because of the statue of David, and also fishing and fishing rods I've seen people in people's healings. The names of people in the credits, there's a Woods, there's Power, and there's Rose. So I've been saying all of the crystal grid is based on the forest lovers. So the wood is literally at the heart of the crystal grid. I've been saying about with that, you create your own power. You have the power within you to create the life of your dreams. The rose quartz crystal is there to actually anchor as above, so below, and bring things into our physical reality. So the fact that they have in the credits Woods, Power, and Rose, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. The lyrics of the song, The Way We Were, are by somebody called Marilyn Monroe. Again, her energies coming up have been really strong around her energy supporting this twin flame journey. As well as that, they have cherub lamps. Now, I see cherubs quite a lot in people's healings. I actually do design lamps, and that's part of my other business, and my twin actually provides the shades for us. So when I saw cherub lamps, I was like, no way. There is also Donald Duck, a reference to Donald Duck. There's a reference to a feather. There's a reference to a corsage. I see corsages quite a lot in people's healings because they're going to their sort of proms, and they're, basically, I don't know why, but I see corsages. I see it. They have a red rose. He has gold stars on his uniform. He wears a white uniform that looks like an officer and a gentleman, and he also wears an army tag, all of which I've seen in people's healings. He also has there is a blue tricycle in the film. A blue tricycle I've also seen. The bed that they have is like the bed that's on Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is a film that we had the other day, which also had messages in it. They also have yellow flowers. In it, I've been saying recently about a theme that's been coming up for healing is about people that in their past with their twins, they haven't been the right, either they weren't deemed the right person to marry their twin. So either they were a courtesan or they were not the right, you know, that they weren't deemed the correct person. So in it, what I couldn't believe is she makes a reference to, today is the day that Mrs. Simpson married the Duke of Windsor. Now, if you know about that, then Mrs. Simpson, actually, the Duke of Windsor was going to be king, but he was he chose not to because he married for love instead. So again, completely in keeping with the theme that I've been seeing in people's healings. So he was married for love. The other thing is the flat number they live in is number 8. 8 is the number for eternity. They make references to Washington, D.C. a lot. D.C. is obviously divine counterpart. They have rowing on the lake in Central Park. In a lot of people's healings, I see them rowing on like the scene out of The Notebook. I also see a sailing boat with a white flag. That again has been a common theme in people's healings. They make reference to Alice in Wonderland. They make reference to France. There's a whole thing because he writes a book and she wants him to go to France. They have a gold harp. There is a duck in it again. There is an elephant. Obviously, we have the pink elephant from Marilyn Monroe. They have a child, and when they're talking about the child's names, they say Solomon David Gardner as one of the potential names. They also have, if you've been following that, then we have the Solomon songs. We have David because the Star of David. Star of David is, you know, all linked to having divine feminine, divine masculine energies. So they have the gardener, even the surname Gardner. He is called Hubble Gardner in the film. There you go, Hubble Gardner. The gardener is even spelt the same. Yesterday I said about the song, which is called Home. And I was saying that I was sat in a cafe and the song Home, which is my Twin Flame song, there was a cover version and it was done by the Gardner sisters. Even spelt the same as this, right? So all the way through, I'm like, oh my God, there's just more and more and more messages and signs all the way through it. Basically, she's a really strong lady. They don't actually, you know, that basically they love each other, but that, you know, she chooses her political career instead of being with him. They just can't make it work. But in the end, you can see that they love each other all the way through. So the next thing is, so this film is just full of messages, just crazy, crazy, crazy. The next thing is, I'm then guided to, I went to just buy a lottery ticket. Now, I'm looking at I was guided to buy this magazine, which is Interstellar. And because Matt, the Divine Masculine on this channel, has been telling me about that I should watch the film Interstellar. So I'm drawn to this magazine, so I buy the magazine. The first thing is, when I'm looking through it, the first thing is that I notice it says Rocky. Now, Rocky has come through because that's been a sign, because basically Rocky keeps going until he wins, right? And we had that coming through. The theme was the Eye of the Tiger. And that, you know, basically we are the champions. We are the champions for love. So we've got Rocky. I'm still scrolling through, and what there is and also for where a new world is, I'm going to get this wrong, but hang on, I'll tell you in a second. It was a new world, and they were saying it is called Wolf, right? 14 light years away. It's the closest potential planet to Earth, which is Earth-like. Now, I was immediately drawn to it because I see it has the name Wolf. Where I go to do the crystals, there is a statue, and the statue is a guy called James Wolfe as well. And that is right by where the observatory was. So, you know what? Again and again and again, more and more signs that, you know, this journey is written in the stars. I mean, it's literally... and then when I turn to the back, you're not going to believe this. Bear in mind that this dude's name is Hubble Gardner. What is on the back? I couldn't believe it. Because Hubble is not really an average name, is it? There is a Hubble Cosmos. And I'm like, you are joking. That is just too bonkers. I mean, how is that even possible? So all of this, which is basically the story about true love, they don't make it, but I mean, it is about true love. And he basically, you know, is called Hubble. And we're saying it's been written in the stars. And all of those references to everything that we've got. We've even got, in the film at the end, you see lamps that are made out of they have statues at the bottom. Which again is a theme of what we've been seeing about statues. I was like, shut up, this is ridiculous. So then after this, I'm then guided to go and look. I've seen the owl and the pussycat has been coming through in lots of people's healings, right? So I'm just curious to see what it is about the owl and the pussycat. So I scroll down, and then the owl and the pussycat is based on, I'll read it. The owl and the pussycat set out to sea in a beautiful pea green boat with honey and plenty of money wrapped in a £5 note. And so I'm scrolling through and I see it was the main topic of a 1968 children's musical play about Edward Lear's nonsense poems entitled The Owl and the Pussycat Went to Sea. The play was written by Sheila Ruskin and David Wood. Right? So David Wood, again, David, Star of David, the divine union, essentially, and Wood is at the heart of the crystal grid, entwined together around the oak tree, which is exactly what everything that I've been guided to set up for the crystal grid. Not only that, but there's just so many other references all the way through. I mean, it's just, you know, it references back to the Winnie the Pooh. And Winnie the Pooh has also been a theme for different people in their healings as well. So just, you know, what? I mean, if you couldn't get more signs that, you know, all of this is coming together and, you know, we've got the power of the universe behind us helping each other. And we've got each other raising the love vibration. And by raising the love vibration, we are just seeing messages after messages after messages, after signs, after signs, after signs. In, you know, in films, in literature, in everything. I mean, it's just utterly amazing. It's spinning me out totally. Somebody just sent me a song, and I'm going to put the song into the description box. But in it, the very first comment is a comment about Nutella. Now, the very last message I sent to my twin was about Nutella. So you'll see just how incredibly connected we are. That came from somebody on the grid. So you see, and somebody that came to me for healing. So all of our twins are all communicating through each other to get these messages out. Because you know what? The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea green boat, and they were together forever. And that's what your twin wants from you. They want to be together forever. Okay, and just remember, it's written in the stars. Even look at this, what I've just noticed. By Yentl, a star is born, right? We are all stars together, raising up in the love vibe. All right, all details in the link. Please do come to me if you want some healing. Okay, take care. Bye.